So, as an owner of a moving company, one of the hardest things we can do is asking for reviews. We all know how difficult that can be. And worse yet, even though we ask for the reviews while we're there, part of the problem is the follow up afterwards. Maybe the first time they're not ready to leave a review, but we want to make sure that after we've gone back to the office, that somebody is sending at least one or two, maybe three follow-up requests. This helps you not only from your Google business profile, but if you're doing Google local service ads, reviews are extremely important. And now, again, as we build out an AI solution, when we're looking at showing up organically, and AI is the tool that's being used, reviews are becoming even as much, if not more important. So one of the things I wanted to go over with you is how can we build out an automated system for our reviews? There's a few ways that I like to look at it. And just backing up for a second, one of the things too is how do we head them off at the pass so that we don't get negative reviews? A lot of the negative reviews, as you well know, have to do with claims or on time. They didn't show up on time. They didn't do it allotted time, or a claims issue. A piece of furniture is broken. They're not responding. Those types of reviews. So what can we do to head those at the pass? One way is for review automation. There's a lot of tools out there that'll allow you to do that. Smart Moving, I believe, has one email that gets sent out. But what I'm talking about is a little bit more engaging. What we're trying to do is build out something that when customers get it, they realize, well, I didn't just drop off your stuff and now I'm just going to take off. We want to maintain the relationship because we all know people might move every 2-3 years. Apartment renters, the lease is up, they didn't like the place, I'm going to move again. Office space, senior movers, college movers. The more you maintain that relationship, the better. One way, of course, is asking for reviews, but what we like to do is when you fill out a form similar to what I'm showing here at the end. Now, if you've got a tool like Smart Moving is a little difficult. Their API, it's hard to get information out of it. I've jury-rigged it using MailChimp and into our CRM, but it's very limited in the information that it's going to be sending out. And one of those is the final booked cost. So what we try and do is have our clients fill out a very simple form, just the phone, the email of the customer that you just closed, you just finished the move, put the total, and then what location. The other problem, again, is where should I send the review? A lot of you have more than one location, but it's difficult to get the second, third location any reviews. It's just default, hey, here's a business card with a QR code for this particular location. And so that's why one location has 500 reviews and the one that might be in the next town over has 10. So that's another thing that we try and figure out how to solve. Back to the form, one way is which location should we send this person the review at? So the first email that we send is, and all right, this is just a snapshot of one of our automations, and I'm just going to share it with you. One is you fill out that form that I mentioned, and that will kick off the automation. I put in a 10-minute wait list in there because I want to make sure that if it's the wrong person, we got a little bit of time to go in and cancel it. Sometimes it's somebody you don't want to send a review to. Maybe the experience wasn't so great, but if everybody else we want to send a review to. So just give it about 10 minutes before everything starts kicking off. Then we're going to look as to what the condition is and which particular location that we're sending it to. And that's why we have which location. And depending on the location, that's where it's going to send a link to the review. But I do want to have an email before we ask the review of maybe a claims process. So here's what to do if you have a claim. If you're using a third-party tool, it might be a little different, but if you don't, then I would recommend a nice email that explains what's happening, what to do next, who to call, how your claims are processed, how they come up with the pricing of the claim, what to expect in terms of refunds or paying or things like that. What's the step? The first step is we try and repair it first, or all of that should be in that email so that we head them off at the pass before they're already angry because there's a chipped corner on a table, right? So let's see if we can solve that first. Then we send out a review maybe the next day, but I want to make sure that we have follow-up review requests. So we've got certain tools in here that if they've clicked the link, I'm probably not going to, I'm not going to send them another review request. Now, I'm trying to figure out a way that I can set it up so that I can actually tell that they left a review. I haven't figured that out yet, but that'll be in my next iteration of this. But in the meantime, if they click the link, I probably won't send them a follow-up email. I'll just make the assumption that they did fill it out. Maybe you might want to send a gift. Maybe we have a referral request. If there's neighbors or family members or friends that are about ready to move, this is your opportunity to share a referral request, and maybe everybody gets $50 or something. Junk removal. Some people forget after they moved in, they might have 2 refrigerators, an extra one they don't need. So maybe it goes into the junk or it's broken. So that would be an additional service. You come back and you service the junk, take it off for them. That it's just an option. If you don't do that, then we just remove it. Then I would also recommend a follow-up email at the 365-day mark, especially if it's apartments. It's another breakdown that I can do, that if it's an apartment move, then absolutely, I want to send them the year anniversary. If it's a student move, then I want to figure out how to do it in August as well as in maybe April for the move-in, move-outs. Senior moves, sometimes those are frequent moves. Office moves, again, so that we're just trying to maintain that relationship and, again, build those 5-star reviews. But don't forget, the best part about this is this all runs in the background. Nobody is having to remember to go back to this one client because it's been a year, and now we're going to send out the anniversary of the move and see if they're ready for the next move. It's an apartment. So what are the results? I want more 5-star reviews. I want more reviews in my secondary locations that don't get a lot of activity. Try and build up those Google local service, those Google Maps, so those start showing up a little higher. If you have no reviews on those maps, it's extremely difficult to get those to show up in those top 5. Then the other is maybe fewer complaints, because we're going to be more educated. We're going to be educating more. We'll be providing some guidance on what to do. We're not trying to hide the claims process. Stronger relationship with past customers, trying to get those referrals kicked in, and just overall a better reputation online across all of your locations. So if you want a version of this for your moving company, DM me or leave a message or go to our website right here and drop in comments if you've got any questions about how this works or how we can help you build your business, build your reviews, grow your leads for each of your moving companies. So don't forget to subscribe. I'm trying to make sure I keep more involved and send you more information like this. I'll talk about some of the reviews we're seeing for Google local service ads and what the change has been. All right. Thanks so much. Bye.